it's all set up to run a 6K gutter. So, I'm gonna switch it out. You gotta take these bolts, there's 4 bolts, take them out and pull this off. I don't know if you can get in here. That has to come off, and this has to be flipped the other way. So I'll do that now.
Remember,
this thing sucks because if your hand's big,
if your hands,
forget it.
Your hands big? Don't act like your hands big, dog.
Yo, I don't know what this is. Fucking sprocket. I know, it's starting hard to get in there and see it. You gotta take this thing off and flip it the other way.
Look, see that wheel in there? You see? Ah!
It was this way. You want to flip it this way.
Alright, go ahead, flip this shit.
Now this goes back on here, but if you can see, there's a 5 and a 6. I'm putting it in the 5. And then this here, I loosen these and this drops down. And if you can see here, it says 5, and there's a little etched mark, and there's 6, and there's an etched mark. This just slides down to the 5 mark. All right, then you gotta yank this thing out of here. This is a 5K guillotine. It sits on the side of the truck, and then the 6 can go in here, and they switch back and forth. They have these little pins here. I broke the other pin off, but that sits on here, so it holds it temporarily. These 4 bolts back in. Alright, that's that. And then there's 2 of these, but I only have 1. So I'm that guy. One thing you need to do is pull this up so you can see this move. That's what cuts it in order to put this on. You're probably going to have to get in here. Alright, so the next thing I do is, I don't know if you can look in here, these wheels, they all go in for the 5K. So you pull this up, turn it, pop these in, make sure they lock. And I think there's like, just make sure you check them all. So I'm gonna deal with the fucked up gutter out of here. Next step is to loosen these things. And we're gonna pull this guide rail in for the 5K.
Yeah, dog, this is taking forever, bro.
It takes usually 15-20 minutes.
15-20 minutes is like an hour already.
Oh, fuck hell. And you tighten it back up. Supposed to run this machine with the covers on it. I don't. They change this thing out too much.
As every roofer will not.
All right, here's the next step. These things, these little knobs, these guys move down. So all you do is this. Make sure they lock. Second thing I do,
Second my ass, this is like 30.
30th thing I do is this piece here. This is for the 5K. It says 5 on it. And a little 5 there. This is where it gets held. Just get the right Allen wrench and pop these off. Don't make it easy. They need to engineer this shit better. Alright, now I have to hold my hand under here so it doesn't fall and break the fucking thing. And then this comes out. Put it back on for the 5K. All right, now there's one more thing here. I've got to drop this setup down. So there's bolts here. Then you got to get this one, and this one needs to loosen up, and then that one and that one, and then it drops down. You can see how it has like a little L there. Now this slides to the left and down, and it will fall. One more thing on this side, you're gonna have to get in here. These rollers have to go up. So there's a little, you can push, you pull this out and push it up. Get it to lock, if it ever locks. There you go. They have to be raised up. I think there's one more thing left. You're gonna meet me over there, because in the back here you have to align. These are offset a little bit because they're bigger, wider and stuff. These are 15 inches wide and 11. So I have to change this down here so that the guide accepts the 5K coil. And this is kind of easy, but you have to do it, and it's annoying because it's all fucked up in here. So these two things will move in, and these are the stoppers that stop them. You fucker. I can't see the goddamn thing. Now these are moved in, they can accept the smaller coil. And then we'll put the new coil on here, run it through the machine. Alright, so the coil's ready to go. One thing you need to do is loosen these coils a little bit so they move when they pull through the machine. There's one on this side, there's one on that side. I just loosen them a little bit, not too much, because then it'll roll it too much and there'll be a bunch of crap over here. I just take the tape off, stick it on the door. Oh, I don't know what that is. I use this here because it's easy and I'm lazy. You got to cut a 45 degree, and you don't have to be a super nerd. Just cut the frickin' thing. Don't let it fall in the machine. And then these kind of go through here. It goes in the machine. You gotta manually feed it through. So it gets the, I don't know if you can see the rollers there.
Yeah.
And you just wanna kind of pull it in there. There's a button on this side of the machine that I can control it feeding through at the back side. You can't see it. It's right over here. That's my nuts shot. All right. And I don't have a plug down, so I have to plug it in. This is the feed button from the back of the machine, and then there's the roller, and you just start pulling it through.
Right. Yeah, that'll go.
We want to go out the back, so we're going to go forward, and here it comes. It's going to come right out. There it is. I let it come out of the machine a little bit because sometimes this gets scratched underneath. And then this is the guillotine, and I'm going to just chop it off.